friends. Today we're going to talk about sweeping the floor. Now, as you can see in front of me, there's quite a mess on the floor, and these beans need to be swept up. So our tools for the job today are going to be a broom and a dustpan. And that is our first step, to grab our broom and dustpan. So I have two kinds of brooms and dustpans here. There is my first one. And as you can see, it's got a small dustpan and a rather large broom. Now, for this one, when we would use it, we would have to get down on the floor and sweep all of it into the dustpan, bending our knees. And for some friends, that can be a bit tricky. So I have another kind of dustpan here with a broom. And as you can see, this dustpan has a long handle and a bucket on the bottom. And so when we use this kind of dustpan, we're going to set it on the floor so that it is flat, and we're going to sweep all of the debris or what we need to pick up into this. And this one's a little bit easier to use because we don't have to get so low to the ground. All right, are we ready? So step one, we need to grab our broom and dustpan. Step two, we need to sweep. Now, I find it easier if I pick one of the tiles on the floor and I sweep into that small square area, because we need to make a pile of whatever it is we're sweeping up. It could be paper, it could be beans, it could be food. So one pile in one square. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to gently sweep the beans. If you sweep too hard, then your beans might roll, or whatever you're picking up might just scatter and make it more difficult. I also want to point out how I'm holding the broom. I'm right-handed, so I'm putting my right hand on the bottom and my left hand on top. This way I have more control. I'll bring it a little bit closer so you can see my right hand on the bottom and my left hand on top, and I'm kind of squeezing to hold it. Okay, kind of like if you were going to hold a bat or a stick, you'd want to have a good grip on it. So my right hand on the bottom, my left hand on the top, and I am gently kind of just pushing the beans into one square. Now, if I were to sweep the entire floor of a restaurant, I would have to go around in different areas and kind of divide the area into pieces to sweep it into one group. So here I go. See how they're kind of making one big pile? Gently pushing the beans into one spot. Now that they're all in one pile, I'm going to get my tall dustpan. I'm going to set it next to my pile of beans, and with one hand I'm going to hold this steady, and with my right hand, or the hand that I used to write with, I'm going to sweep it right into the dustpan and kind of gently glide it. Now, all of my beans didn't go in, so I'm going to give it one more sweep, and I lift it up and I make sure that all of my beans, or whatever it is that I'm sweeping up, are picked up. And I look around the area, no more garbage, no more beans. My next step is to empty my dustpan into the garbage can. So I'm going to take this over here to my garbage can. Just pull this out so you can see. And very carefully, I'm going to empty my dustpan into the garbage can. Just like that. Now I also want to check the area around the garbage can to make sure that I didn't get any beans outside of it. If I did, I would need to just sweep them up again and dump right into the trash. The same thing would be if you were using this smaller size dustpan. You would carefully sweep it into here, and then when you walked over to the garbage can, you'd want to make sure that you held this dustpan level so that it wouldn't spill, because if you tilt it, your debris is going to go all around and make another mess. And then our last step is to return our broom and dustpan and put them away. We just don't want to leave them in the middle of the floor, or if we're working at a restaurant, we just don't want to leave them where customers are going to see them. So we're going to put this away. So get the broom and dustpan, sweep into one pile, sweep it into the dustpan, empty the dustpan into the garbage, and put away. And there you have it, sweeping floors.